Hello, this is Molly Reamer with 30 Days of Goddess and Bridget's Grove with this week's mini ritual using the new Earth Runes deck, the 30 Days of Goddess daily practice deck, and then a couple of assists from two different goddess oracles and a little extra card from the Dreamgate Oracle, which was a nice birthday surprise this year from Nikki, who's a member of our Goddess Magic Patreon community. So we're going to go ahead and start with the Sun from Earth Runes. This is card 25 in this new system that I'm developing this year for our Patreon. This is the rune of illumination, of warmth, brightness, delight, joy, healing, sustenance, creativity, warmth. Oh, warmth is on there twice. Oops, still a work in progress. And growth. So anyway, since warmth is on there twice, is how are you basking in the warmth of this season? What is being illuminated for you? I find that the summer often is very much a crossroads time for me, where I really feel it's up-leveling is kind of a buzzword, so I don't really want to use that word exactly, but it's like I feel a vision, or I feel a type of clarity, or I feel a type of awareness dancing around the edges. So close I can almost reach out and touch it. And that sensation usually heralds some kind of change, some kind of development, some kind of growth, some kind of transformation, some kind of discovery, some kind of big project, some kind of I said I wasn't going to say up level, but some kind of next level, some kind of new threshold to cross. And so I think of summer as this crossroads time where we're going to cross the threshold into something new, but also that we feel this type of illumination or this type of clarity, but it might feel a little out of reach still, but there, like you can sense it at the edges. So do you feel something on the edges for you? Are you taking time for delight? Are you doing things that bring you joy? Do you have time for joy? Time for delight, time to soak in the warmth and brightness. What is giving you sustenance? How are you sustaining your spirit? What is being illuminated for you? Okay, so we're going to go ahead. Oops, my other cards are escaping. I've got my little pillow here and it is slightly curved, so it's a little tricky for my cards. So I realized I needed to go ahead. I had two more Freya cards from different Goddess Oracle decks, and I realized I needed to go ahead and use them because by the time I make another video, we'll have just crossed the threshold into July, and so our goddess will have switched. So if I want to use the Freya cards, today is the day. So this card is actually from a pretty old resource, The Goddess Speaks by Dee Poth. I don't think it's available anymore, but it's kind of an interesting resource. There wasn't a lot that I was going to share from the book text itself because it kind of just summarizes the stories about Freya that most of us know already, but the association that they have with her, so our other decks that we've explored really associate her with love and passion and sexuality, but this deck associates her with searching. Be with me through the cold, dark night of the search, knowing that I ride in safety in the chariot of the goddess, and that crowned with laurel, I shall find whatever it is that I seek. So I thought that was an interesting interpretation of Freya, and the focus was on because she loses her husband, the sun god, and she goes searching for him, and she cries the tears of gold across the land as she's searching for her husband. And so associating her with that search, what are you searching for? And I think that connects nicely to our sun, the rune of illumination, and what I was saying about clarity and seeking clarity and searching for clarity. So where is your search taking you? What are you searching for? What do you sense around the edges? Okay, so interesting stuff there from Freya. I don't think I had anything I really wanted to share from the book, other just that Freya rode through the cold, clear nights of the Northlands in a chariot drawn by cats, searching for Odd, her beloved husband, who was like the sun and stars to her. So she, like Demeter in the Persephone story, withholds life and fertility from the land while she's searching for this absent sun. And then when he returns, they come out of winter. So it's kind of that type of story, which might seem familiar to us from other myths and stories and legends around the world. So then I'm going to go ahead and move to this Freya card from the Goddess Guidance Oracle by Doreen Virtue. As I've referenced before, I have this used to be one of my favorite goddess decks. I have some reservations about continuing to use it because the author really kind of renounced her past work and kind of really, anyway, we don't need to get into that right now, but I have some reservations or some qualifications about using this deck. However, I really do still, despite any actions on the author's part, I do still feel a connection to it as one of my older goddess resources and a source of inspiration and encouragement to me for a lot of different years. So if you followed me for a long time, you know that I used to use this deck almost every day, and I really drew a lot of inspiration and encouragement from it. And then I steered away when she had her big rejection of all things that she had created before. I kind of let go of it a little bit, and only in this last year really have I come back to it and remembered that I still feel a connection to this deck despite those other things. So anyway, in this deck we have Freya's association with being bold, and our other card that we explored last week, I believe she was she was associated with wantonness and being bold and fierce with her own passion and her own determination. And so the message here is unleash your adventurous side. Take risks and be daring. Take risks and be daring. So according to the little guidebook, Freya's message is don't play it safe right now. Take bold action in the direction of your true heart's desire, which reminds me about this. What are we seeking illumination with? What's coming into clarity? What's coming into focus? Where do we want to grow and change? What do we want to reach for? What do we yearn for? How are we reaching up to the sun? How are we being bold? Success comes not from timidity, but from committing yourself fully to realizing your dream. Hold a clear intention of success and it shall come about. Enjoy the excitement of taking risks, of being bold, and of being daring, and be sure to celebrate your success. So take a risk, make a bold life change, appreciate your body, go have fun, and celebrate. So that is a nice exploration of Freya in this way too. So searching and boldness. And then let's see, I'm going to go ahead and do this card next. We'll save our 30 Days of Goddess ritual cards for the end. So from this one, we got You Are a Gift, which I really liked because it says visionary and step into your light, which was a perfect companion to the sun as the rune of illumination. So this again comes from the Dreamgate Oracle, Danielle Noel, and that was a nice present from Nikki. Thank you, Nikki, for that deck. So this one, step into your light. Here's the affirmation. I am always guided by my own strength. I love the creative way I move through life. And then there's also another really good reminder, something that connects to other things I've said in past videos. I see beauty in the liminal moments, and I choose not to rush through life or get caught up in forced movements. When I experience moments of anguish, stress, or worry, I know I will eventually find my way home. So I've spoken before about that, one-word spell of power, which is to return, to come home, to return again and again and again is a powerful, powerful practice. And so this card reminds me of that message. We can trust that we will eventually find our way home. You are a gift. Step into your light. And so that is a nice message from that card. I'm going to go ahead and set these aside because they're kind of falling down, and then we'll see what we got from our daily practice deck. This forms a nice little ritual all in one. Risk. Now that is perfect because remember our Freya card was take risks and be daring, be bold. So risk. May you be willing to risk rising, for reaching for what you dream, for daring to be bold and determined in your passion and in your possibility. And then a practice. Rest both hands on your belly and whisper something you need to hear. And I'm fond of telling myself and reminding myself, you know what you need and you can trust yourself. You know what you need and you can trust yourself. Take time to listen. And we're going to go ahead and have our affirmation first. My life is holy now. That is a wonderful reminder. If you're in a liminal space, if you're seeking clarity and illumination, if you're feeling wary of taking risks or being bold and adventurous, remind yourself, my life is holy now. My life is holy now. You don't have to transform everything to take action from where you are right now, to risk something from where you are right now. Your life is holy now, and you can still reach for the sun. Okay, and then closing with this prayer. Oh, this is a good one. Let it go ahead and let it seep into you. May I protect my time well and wisely. May I protect a quiet, peaceful place in my heart for the sacred to speak and for dreams to sing. May I protect space in my life for listening, for watching the world spin. So may you have a powerful week to come. May you step into clarity and illumination. May you take risks. May you be bold with your dreams. May you return again and again. May you listen well and wisely. And may you protect space in your life for watching the world spin, for feeling your own belonging. Thank you so much for being here. Keep living your magic. Bye-bye.